Welcome everyone to another LPL unofficial English interview here at MSI 2026. I am Mazel. I'm joined by Spawn, the coach of Team Liquid Alienware, and it was a tough series against T1. I just want to get your first initial thoughts. What went wrong today in your eyes?
They killed our Nexus and we didn't kill theirs.
Did
Is
happen.
probably the biggest thing that stood out to me. But in all seriousness, like not much went wrong from our perspective. They're just an insane team and they would beat us.
What was it about T1 that was so hard to crack? Is it meta particular? Is it just individualistic plays? Was there anything that you felt like was just hard to overcome from them?
No, they have something really special about them in this squad. Like when they're ahead, they feel like so suffocating to play against because of how well they press the map. And then when they're behind, they're like the best cheaters in League of Legends. They like cheat every side wave. If they can't cheat side wave, then they cheat vision as you're pushing side. And they just make you like tick off every step of the way, like what you need to do. And they can test really well. And we've learned so much, even in the couple of weeks being here playing against teams like that. So now we've got to go away and we've got to figure out how they do what they do so well. Whether it's their communication, their leadership, just their individual skill, and we got to try and emulate as best as we can and learn from them, while keeping what makes our team special, which, as people would have seen, is like our skirmish and team fighting. I'm really proud with the guys for dragging the game down to a level of that was just skirmish and team fighting, and I think that when we won them, we made the game really competitive. So, we got to keep what makes us special while trying to have a look at what they do so well.
Yeah, I like that. Just fine-tuning, finding those little things. What were your thoughts on the meta in general? I mean, I actually thought you guys had some really, really good drafts across the tournament. What do you think is so different about the MSI meta coming off of the regular season, or I guess playoffs rather? And then do you have any feelings moving forward for the MSI meta?
I think the meta is just really fun at the moment. I think that when you get to play in play-ins, like nothing is figured out, so you get to kind of make it up as you go along. As you could see with some of our picks. Credit to Sam. He's done He's done a lot of work in our draft and, building that trust and cohesion with the players. And I think that we're just going to keep building off this. We have some cores that we like to play, and then we have some fancy picks that we like to pull out. And they just gave us a lot of avenues this event to be able to play those. So, in a situation where we have to play standard, we still can. But in situations where teams draft a little bit differently against us, we have that avenue too.
Okay. And going back a little bit to what you were talking about earlier in terms of takeaways, the things that you want to bring back, that's what I really want to highlight next is are there anything that you can think about right now that you're really excited to take back to NA to really teach the team about? Are there big lessons that you've learned so far at MSI, albeit a short stint?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I think like how T1 notice our ward placement and count our wards really well, and then hit objectives when we don't have vision and make us come into a zone without the ability to retake control. I think is like one of the biggest learnings we've seen so far. And then the other is, and you probably already saw us implement it because we did a way better job of it today, is like how they cheat side waves. And I think Quid and Morgan did a really good job of like grasping that concept quite quickly. And that's why game 2 was like so much better from us this time around, because we were able to really maintain that side push that we need to be able to do. So as I said, the vision, the side control, both things that we need to take a closer look at. But so far, it seems to be going well.
Cool. I like that. What were the things that made you most proud about this squad for this split in general, in terms of the team and how they approached the split and now MSI, obviously?
The tenacity. I think that we were really low week kind of 5 of this split, just being eliminated from EWC qualification by FlyQuest, hadn't been able to pick up a big scalp. And then we really rallied and came together. I'm a hard coach. It's hard to work with me sometimes. I'm very firm with a lot of the players, but we were able to bring some of that fun into the room and start really rebuilding our trust and our cohesion as a unit. And I think that people would see that that's really much alive on the team. And the fact that we were able to lose a series against T1 and then fight back against Deep Cross as well as KC and get the rematch. I couldn't ask for more as a coach. I think I tweeted already, but everyone gave like 110% this event. And the fact that we did it by sticking together, no one blaming everyone with a lot of cohesion and faith and building that trust, it was honestly an amazing event to be a part of.
I've always respected and loved the approach you bring with the players and the closeness you have for them. So I'm going to give you a little moment to gush about them, if you don't mind. If you had to like give a gold star award to each player for something they did this split, or something that you were really proud of them each individually, would you mind working down from top to bot for me?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Morgan is a player that people probably don't know, but his willingness to sacrifice himself for the team when he has to, and then when it's his turn to step up, we were completely lost in that last game until he was able to pick up like the 1v2 double kill. This guy is like an insanely hard worker. He's one of the best people I've ever worked with, and just a really nice person. Jose, he's kind of some of the fighting spirit of the team is like a lot of it comes from Quid and Jose. I think his willingness to be able to take any skirmish, especially when he's ahead, and really be able to drive the style of game that we want to play. And he's such a veteran, but he's one of the most coachable people I've ever met, and he's willing to change anything if he sees that it's a better way to do it. So I really enjoy working with him. He's very rewarding. Quid, he's just, I mean, I honestly, I love working with Quid. There's nothing negative I could say about him. I said today, you're going to have to change how you play. You're going to have to pick fighting picks. And he just looks at me and he's like, I'm ready. And the ability to stand up in key moments was really, really good, especially in that Silas game. And then Jan, everyone knows that like he's like a little brother to me.
Yeah.
He was under so much scrutiny to be able to bounce back, have a game like that Varus game where he was completely popping off and taking over. His willingness to sacrifice his game as well to be able to allow Quid and Morgan to play their games. It's really nice to see. And then Core is just the leader that this team needs. His communication, his shot calling, his knowledge about the game and outside of the game, leveling everyone up to his level is really good. And then I keep saying it, but I got the best support team. Spooks on the drafts, hate them on the analytics, preparing and scouting for the opponents that we're playing against. They make my job really enjoyable. And it's been a very enjoyable event. And I'm just shattered that we couldn't, of the 3 or 4 games that we had, we were really close against T1. I'm just shattered we couldn't convert one of them. So sucks, but we'll take it and we'll learn.
It's crazy the little bit of improvement we've seen in such a short time. I'm so excited for the future. A couple last little things here. I'm going to turn the introspection lens on a little bit more. I just want to ask you, do you feel like you've been able to take steps towards your personal goals as a coach and how you're coaching throughout this last split?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I said, like, I came in split 1, and I think that we overcoached the team. And it's because that's the kind of coach I am. And then we had to do a lot of reflection as coaches and kind of pull back some of the things that we were doing. And I think that we made some good adaptations. So definitely every day, come to the job, try and be 1% better, try and make the team 1% better, and just keep going from there. And hopefully by now, we're a little bit better than we were yesterday.
Appreciate that. Any shout outs you want to give to TL fans? Any words of encouragement to the last remaining LCS team or anything about next split you want to shout out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout out to our partners first, especially Alienware and SAP. Wouldn't be able to do anything without those guys, and Monster Gaming for keeping me refreshed during the games. And then obviously, shout out to the fans. I'm a coach that will always interact, and I've had so much love and support over this week. And, I hope that you guys see that everything we do, we're giving 110%. We're doing it so that we can restore the pride of the LCS and kind of take all the lessons we're learning back and make our region better. And that's what we're committed to doing. And, we'll throw our support behind Lion now as a sole representative. And I hope they do really well. And I hope that we just continue to level up the LCS to the point where we can actually start converting these leads that we're getting against the best teams in the world. And I hope people see that it is competitive. I said to the guys, they are ahead of us, but we can touch them at the moment. They're not untouchable anymore. I just got to keep working harder and figure out how to catch the best teams from LCK and China. I'll keep working my ass off to try and do it and keep supporting us because we have the best job in the world.
Yeah. You guys got a lot of people behind y'all. It's incredible to see, and I'm excited to see the further growth of the program. Thank you so much, Spawn, for joining me after that one. And for everyone else, thank you so much for joining in for more MSI interviews. We'll see you in the next one.